So hey world, welcome to my channel and welcome to The Ones Who Live episode 3 review. So let's get into it. So episode 3 is called Bye, and I was already done when we started because we got a flashback from Jadis and I'm like, I can't stand this bitch. She was always she's a character, but she was always a character, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they showed on the episode Insider Jadis, and they showed in the beginning, like, the flashbacks, but I think it was on the episode Insider that they showed some flashbacks from The Walking Dead, and she said to Michonne, "Is that your man?" And she's like, "We're together, yes." And then Jadis said, "Oh, I'll sleep with him. I'll lay with him after." And I'm like, what the fuck? I did not even remember that. She was always a character. But yeah, I guess starting off we're starting off another episode with a flashbacks. But I guess we got a lot of time missing. So yeah. Well, what she say? It was just that she saved Rick. She wanted to be there when he got into the city to talk to him, and she still was hitting on him, and I'm like, girl, get a hint, like, come on. But she did explain I guess they explained the A and the B thing, but it was only on this episode that I understood it, because like a B is a person that needs a leader, or a follower is the follower, I guess. And an A is a leader, and they don't like those, so usually they kill them. I don't know, because they have like the army, so even the people that are in the army, well, not army, but the CRM army, they are leaders. So do they just kill all the leaders and the followers become leaders? I'm confused. But yeah, so like she said Rick was a B, so they let him in, but clearly it was an A, and Donald's helped him basically stay there, because otherwise he would have got killed or kicked out, I guess. But killed, because they don't kick anyone out. Yeah. And I guess, I don't know, it's weird. But then, Rick wanted to do the same with Michonne, and he said in the episode, he was like, you can only get out if you have someone on the inside. And so, like, if Jadis or him covered for Michonne and pretended that she was dead, she could get out. But, like, Michonne had one job, and it was not to show she's a leader. But, I guess those qualities, she can really control them. And we saw that when she was killing the walkers. She lasted longer than the other ones because they were already tired, and she just kept going. Which I thought it was weird, because it's like they are survivors in the apocalypse for the same amount of time. So how does Michonne... Michonne is Michonne. But the other people also survived the apocalypse this long. So what were they doing that they are not strong or stronger? Like, I don't know. But then the walkers, they were gonna carry them somewhere, I guess, and they were still alive, and then they had to kill them. And then Michonne grabbed the stick, and I'm like, oh, there she go. I'm like, you have one job, to keep your secret. And then she goes, grabs the staff, and she literally kills the walker, and then takes his head off, and then launches the head to the other walker. So killing a walker with another walker's head. I was like, that was a fucking cool shot. But girl, you need to keep it in, because they're gonna know. And lo and behold, there was a girl talking to a guard about what she saw. And it's like, we knew you had one job, girl. But yeah, and then that's why Rick wanted to send her away, because it's like they're gonna figure it out who you are. And I get that he's scared, but it also aggravated the situation. Jade is saying that Until now, she wasn't worried that he was gonna escape because she knew he couldn't. But because he's with Michonne, they can do anything. And so she just threatened him. She's like, "Oh, I'll kill everybody." She literally said like that 3 or 4 times. Like, "Oh, if you escape, I'll kill everybody. If you escape, I'll kill everybody you love. If you escape, I'll kill everybody." And it's like, okay, bitch, we get it. But like, goddamn. So that's that. That's that. And I had to write down this fucking word. It was pharmacon, which means poison and cure, which was the general that said to Rick and Pearl. He said pharmacon means poison and cure, and when he looked at Rick, that's what he saw. Like the poison or the cure. Which does make sense because like he's a leader, so he can save a community, he can lead a community, but he can also destroy a fucking community. And if they threaten his family, that's what the fuck he's gonna do. And now Michonne is there, so I don't know. But I loved that word, and so I had to write it down, and the meaning was so cool. But yeah, I don't know, this episode felt kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, it was kind of new because we knew like the first episode would be Rick, or at least I knew, and then the second would be Michonne because I already knew they were gonna do that. But now the third, I wasn't expecting anything, so this felt kind of weird, but like in a good way because it was a good episode. But yeah, so they were talking to the general. He said that, and then we got a little conversation with Rick and Pearl, and she was like talking about Donald and how we saved her, and she tried to kill him, but he let her live instead of killing her. And I'm like, I guess, because like I said, they killed the A's, they killed the leaders because they're gonna ruin the community, right? Which doesn't also make sense, because what if it's an A but they want to be there? Wait a minute. This fell out. But, what was I saying? Yeah, what if they want to be there? Because Jadis did say that the CRM wanted to do, a deal with the garbage people, and that's why Jadis called the helicopter, and then she saved Rick, because they wanted Jadis there. And she's a leader, so why didn't they kill her? No, I don't get it. Like, they make deals with some people, but then others they don't. I don't get it. But, sure. So, Donald didn't kill Pearl. But I'm guessing Donald didn't kill her because he wanted to change the CRM. That's why he brought Pearl in. And that's why he did the same with Rick. Because he wanted them inside so he could change things. But guess what? He's dead. So, And then, yeah, I wrote down Donald and Pearl's relationship because she did grow a little fond of him, and you can tell by the way she was talking about him. She was kind of sad that he was dead, and she was basically saying that the only reason that she's there and she had like a purpose there was because of him, and now that he's dead, what is she gonna do? And then 10 seconds later she gets promoted, and it's like, okay. And after that, it was like she didn't care at all about Donald. It was like, oh, she got a promotion, she got a purpose. Okay, let's go. And it's like, okay, fuck Donald, But I guess, and she did seem different with Rick. But I guess she had more responsibility, and I guess they told her more things, more secrets. Girl again, and she had more responsibility. Anyway, I don't know. So then, Michonne didn't escape, which, we all knew she wasn't gonna go without Rick. He had that whole plan, and she was gonna get there, and they were showing their separate shots, and I'm like, why aren't they showing, them in the same place? And then the time in the clocks was different, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on in here on this day? And so I'm like, oh yeah, Rick is going to do a plan, and Michonne's going to get there, and he's not going to be there, and he wants her to go away alone. Which kind of makes sense, because he can find another way to escape after. But, I mean, he didn't. All this time, he didn't. But at least Michonne would go back to Judith and tell her what's happening, you know? But no, she stayed. And I'm like, okay, obviously I knew she stayed. And then he used that against her because he said, if you love me, you go. And then he said that to her face. And I'm like, you know she loves you too much to let you go. Like, the fuck, you knew. But I guess him trying, it was because he was scared. And I also get it, you know. So then he talked to Jadis because he still didn't know that she stayed, you know. Well, before he found out, you know. And so he talked to Jadis so that she could cover for Michonne and say that they found the body and she's dead. And, you know, so she could escape. And then he said that she had a shitty haircut. And that was the funniest shit ever. I'm like, finally someone said it. Finally someone said it. Because all her haircuts that she had were bad. Like, girl, come on. Jesus Christ. But yeah, she had a haircut. And that was so funny. And you could see that on her face that she got offended. It was like so funny. Oh my God. Then Michonne stayed there, right? And she went to the city to visit the city. And what did she find out? She found the drawings. And after I saw the first one, I'm like, oh my God, it's the drawings. And she went to the little, how do you call it? Like that little stand. I think is what you call it. And the guy there used phones and like electronic devices like TVs and all that stuff to make the faces. And it's like, for the longest, I thought Rick was the one that drew Michonne. Because it looked like Michonne. So how could another person... I mean, I guess he's an artist, but how could Rick give a description of Michonne and he, without ever seeing her, he got her, like, it was literally her. You could tell it was Michonne in the drawing, but he never saw her. So how... That's talent, I guess. For the longest, I really thought it was Rick that drew it. But no, he did that to all the people there. And he even told Michonne's name and Judith's name. And she started talking and the guy was like, oh, you're more open because it took him a long time to talk. And you come here and you're already talking. And she was like, yeah, okay. That's definitely Rick. But yeah, that was so cute. And then, obviously he had Michonne and Judith, but he also mentioned Carl. Oh my God. And when Michonne, she said like Carl, like her little smile, it was so fucking cute. And for her to be mentioning him this far along and like in the universe after he died, you know, damn, it was sad, but it was kind of good to see her mentioning him, but sad. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, then. Obviously, there was that whole thing of, like, Pearl, because she was suspicious of Michonne, or should I say Dana, you know? Because, like I said, everything that Michonne was doing, you could tell she was an A. She was not even trying to hide it. But I guess it wasn't on purpose, because that's just who she is, you know? Obviously, Pearl knew. And then, when they were talking, like, I didn't understand much of what they were saying, specifically, because it was a little confusing. But then she was like gonna try and kill her. And then Rick grabbed this gun and I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Not her trying to kill Michonne. But then she didn't. But then she did it again. She tried to kill Michonne again. When they were on that base and they were killing the walkers and all that stuff. Which first of all didn't make any sense because it was the middle of the forest. There was fog everywhere. So, where did the zombies come from? Like, they went there in the helicopter. It was really far away. So, how are there that many zombies there? You know, I didn't understand. And then they blew the device to kill the zombies in the middle of the forest. And I'm like, isn't this going to cause a fire or something? Or attract more zombies? I was literally so confused the whole scene. But yeah, then they were fighting walkers together, and I'm like, yes, period. And then there goes Pearl trying to kill Michonne again. And I'm like, this fucking hoe. But obviously, we know that she's not gonna kill Michonne. So yeah, I was like, Rick, do something, and then he did, and I'm like, period. you know. But yeah, I don't get it. I get Pearl is in a tougher position now, but it's weird. Then they're going home. At least we thought they were going home, or to the CRM, I guess. And then the narrator, like Michonne's voice, just says, "I don't think we're gonna get home." And then she just grabs them and they jump out of the helicopter, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where were they even? Like, it was raining, there was thunder, that whole thing was shaking. How does she know where she was jumping to? Like, were they like jumping? Were like flying over water, and she was like, okay, let's jump, or was it land? I don't think it was land, because I don't know. I'm so confused. But yeah, I guess they jumped, or Michonne jumped and grabbed Rick with her, and I'm like, okay. And then on the episode Insider, Andrew said it was the best. It was his favorite way that they ended an episode ever, because it was so crazy that they jump out of an helicopter. And I was like, I agree. It was the fucking craziest. But then I also saw the trailer for the next episode, but I won't say anything on this video. But yeah, I did saw it. But yeah, now I don't know where the show goes, because I don't know if they're gonna destroy the CRM, because that feels like the only way they can get home safe, and they're not gonna come after them. But at the same time, there's too many people, so I don't know. But they did say that the summit, or like that event that's gonna happen, all of the generals and important people are gonna be there. So I think that's a chance for them to kill them all, because they're gonna be all in the same place. But even so, there's still a lot of people in the CRM, like in the actual city. So it's still a lot of people to like kill or get rid of. Because I'm guessing those people are going to want to fight for the city too. So I don't know what they're going to do. But yeah, that was it. That was this week's episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited for the next one. Like I said, I saw the trailer, so I'm excited. But yeah, I guess we'll see when we get there. And I'll see y'all next week for the review of episode 4. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!